to them, it's like the equivalence of seeing 3 old ass niggas in the club saying, "Hey, I still got it." Like, I don't want to see that.
Oh, welcome to the Primos podcast, the show where we talk about anything and everything, from thinking the Grammys are a scam to wishing you can see through Sabrina Carpenter's webcam. Hey, I'm Juan Solo.
And I will also subscribe to that because I'm Paco.
I think that's called OnlyFans, and I'm JJ.
And joining us, we have a very special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, all the way from the Blaxcellence himself, Jordan.
Hello, everyone. As Juan mentioned, I am from the Blaxcellence, and I am now a current former member of the far-right group Gropers.
Oh my God.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes. And we're so glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
As everyone knows, the true alphas of this show are the alphas that tune in and watch and leave us comments. So let us take this time to acknowledge a few alphas from the pack. We got here. Oh, actually, we're just acknowledging one. It's the same comment. It's Super Saiyan Chicken leaving us 2 comments. The first comment comes from the Reddit moderator post cringe episode saying, "The Reddit moderator story had me cackling like an idiot. Really started to sound like a supervillain origin story."
It's true.
Yeah, you know what?
You do kind of look like a fat Lex Luthor.
Right. All right. And his second comment comes from our Super Mario Galaxy trailer and High Guard first impressions video saying, "The Mario Galaxy film is looking really great. Really love the addition of things from Odyssey. As for High Guard, the more you guys describe the issues of the game, the more it really feels like the game was supposed to have much more players than just 3 versus 3. Well, funny you should mention that.
Yeah.
There was an update for the game.
Yeah, it turns out the developers are members of our community because...
Yes, they're alphas. They watched the show and they went like, "Hey, man, these guys are spitting."
Dude, I like the next day there was like 13 fucking updates. I turned on my fucking PS5. I was like, why the fuck am I getting so many beeps? And it's just all High Guard updates.
Hey, look, they fixed the Nay issue that you had with the bear.
Yep.
They fixed the player count. They added a quick exit to the training mode. Are these features in the game? No, but I'm assuming they are because they watched our podcast.
Yes. Dude, but like if you watch any other reviews, those were the same complaints that almost all of them had.
Mm-hmm.
Or the same things that we had where almost everybody had the same complaints.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems the issues with this game were like universal in that everybody had the same thing. It was just low player count, not much engagement.
Someone, I forgot who it was, but I was watching some reviews on it and they brought up a good point where it seems like this game was made like in a bubble. Like it was just the developers and they didn't show it off to like only a handful of people. So they were just like sniffing their own farts going like, yeah, this is great. People are going to love it. And like, they never actually like play tested it with real people that could tell them like, yo guys, this
is bullshit.
Most definitely. What?
Yeah.
Before we move on to our main topic, we do have an announcement for you alphas. In that we did it. Congrats. We have now hit
I lost my virginity.
100
Oh, yeah.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Congrats to that. Yeah. But we have hit milestone of 100 subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for telling your mamas to subscribe, your grandmas, your dads, you name it. They subscribed, they listened, they have joined the pack. So stay tuned. If everything goes well, the next episode should be the 100 subscribers special.
That's right.
Which will be the Q&A episode. As of right now, if you left a comment with the question, we got you. If you haven't left one, you want to ask one, well, do it, because you have until Monday, like before 5 p.m. when we start recording.
If you get it on Spotify, remind us on YouTube to check the Spotify.
Yeah, seriously.
I will check Spotify. Actually, I checked Spotify this time. I remember we didn't have any comments. Okay. All right. With self-promos aside, let us move on to our main topics of discussion. So besides us hitting the 100 subscribers special this weekend, another thing that happened this weekend was the Royal Rumble.
Man.
Now, I'm going to need you boys to tell me about it because I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either. I don't know nothing about it.
I only saw the Rumble match, and it was the men's Rumble match.
Okay.
I did not.
How was it?
I was not entertained.
Go in.
Oh, no. But doesn't the E in WWE stand for entertainment?
No, I think it stands for extortion.
Yeah. I think it also stands for erectile dysfunction because, boy, I was limp. I'll just say this because I actually was there for the entire 4-hour Bobo marathon.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that for starters, I stopped watching WWE back in 2022. I stopped watching wrestling generally. And last year in December, I was given the opportunity to go see SmackDown live here in Austin. And it kind of brought back nostalgia, the feels that I got when I watched wrestling. And it pushed me into watching AEW as well. So it was actually really good to actually see, Royal Rumble all over again because I haven't watched in a very long time. So it was awesome just to see that. With that being said, man, fuck the Royal Rumble, okay?
Okay.
Let me just say this, okay? I'm going to throw this out here. I thought the women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's.
Oh.
I would probably agree with you. I've only seen clips of the women's Rumble, but it did look like funner.
It just looked fun. I didn't know everybody that came out. There were some people I did know that I remember, and there's some people I didn't know. I will say, I don't know if you know this person's name. Jordan Grace's outfit for the women's Royal Rumble. God, it looked horrendous. It looks like they took her suit and dragged it across the floor of a strip club.
Damn.
Her bodysuit just looked like it consists of glitter and cigarette butts. Like it was just that bad. But harping in on the men's Royal Rumble, there are a few guys that I actually do like. I know they're pushing Obi. I think it's Obi Femi.
Yeah,
they're pushing that guy. And one of my favorite up and coming wrestlers is Trick Williams. He is, phenomenal. Love the guy. Love his attitude, his persona, everything. But there's one part that got on my fucking nerves, and that was when Jey Uso came out. Didn't want to do the traditional entrance. No, he's too good for that. This man came out from the audience. Now, he took about at least 5 to 10 minutes just to get to the ring. During that time, Brock Lesnar got eliminated. Yeah. And he was still coming out. I said, what the fuck is this? But the worst part of it to me, and JJ walked out saying, see, I told you WWE has nothing to offer anymore. And now I understand 100% why I agree with that. To have Roman Reigns be the winner of Royal Rumble pisses me off greatly. It's the reasons why I stopped watching WWE, because when 2022, Roman Reigns was beefing with Brock Lesnar and I think CM Punk. And now to see him probably going to wrestle CM Punk again, it's like, I don't want to see that. Seeing those two wrestle, whether it be him versus CM Punk or him versus Drew McIntyre, to them it's like the equivalent of seeing three old ass niggas in the club saying, "Hey, I still got it." Like, I don't want to see that. It's not entertaining to me anymore. So this year Royal Rumble, or coming back to watching Royal Rumble again, was not entertaining at all. I would say the last episode of AEW that was last week on Wednesday was better than this entire Royal Rumble.
I definitely had more fun at the AEW show than I did.
Absolutely, man.
But
absolutely.
I think one thing that we should probably clarify, we watched AEW live, like we were in the arena. And the Rumble we watched at a bar. And I don't know what the fuck kind of internet or maybe they were late on their fucking ESPN Plus payments or something, but like for whatever reason,
that's right, it's not on Peacock anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, that's why we had to watch it at a bar. Because like when it was on Peacock, I'd be like, yeah, sure, come over. Like we can watch it here. I'll buy a pizza. But now that it's on ESPN Plus, it's like I'm not subscribing to that. I don't watch any sports except for wrestling sometimes.
Yeah. That janky ass internet on Grande Communication.
I think they still had a 56K modem back then.
Oh,
yeah. Like, they were playing it. So they were playing the Rumble like on a projector, like on a big ass screen in the main stage. I think they have live music there every once in a while or something. But you walk into the bar or into the area where they were showing the Rumble. As soon as you walk in, that projection screen is straight ahead. The problem is that the seating is around it.
Mm-hmm.
So they had TVs also showing it. But the main audio was plugged into the feed for the projector, which for whatever reason was 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the TVs.
So it looks like a bad Chinese dub. Like we're watching old Chinese movies.
People were reacting. People were starting to count down 10, 9, 8. And we were watching it with our friend Elijah, who doesn't watch wrestling at all. So he's like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, and I had to tell him 3 times, dog, that TV is ahead of this one. Mm-hmm. They're all watching that one. There's a clock there counting down already. You're going to see it here, and there it is.
Yeah. Give it a minute, it's going to show.
Yeah, so that also kind of took me out of it, hearing people react to shit before I can actually see it, because I wasn't at a good enough angle to where I could turn my head and see the big projection screen.
Yeah.
So that also killed the experience. That's not on WWE. For as much shit as I'm about to throw their way, that one's not on.
Probably, this wouldn't have happened if they'd stayed on Peacock, though.
Yeah, right. Say what you want about Peacock. That stream is clear. It's there's no buffering. Well, there was almost no buffering.
You know what? The only comment I can add is I just looked up Jordan Grace's costume.
Uh-huh.
Bro, it looks like the carpet from the Circus casino. It looks like the carpet. Look up the carpet from the Circus casino via. It looks like 2012. It looks just like it.
I've been there. I know, that's a good analogy, sir.
That's really what it looks like. Because I don't know anything about wrestling, but I was like, because description, I was like, there's no way. Because I know they were what, in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
correct. Where this took place. So I know they have to change their costumes. They can't be revealing in any way. And I was like, man, I've seen the past one. They've done a few matches in Saudi Arabia, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because I know I've seen some at Alfred's house, and I was like, oh, those aren't the normal costumes. But the costumes still look good, no matter what. But these look like, bro, you need to fire your fashion designer. just for that.
Some of these bras were dressed like VR troopers. I said, get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants to see that shit. What is this? One of the women looked like the bad guy in Kim Possible, the one that has the black and green.
Shigo.
Yeah,
Shigo.
Looks just like that. I said, okay, I'll give you credit for it. And then the Bella twins come out in that bright ass red looking like Hot Wheel cars. I said, nobody wanted to see that shit. But can I just point out one thing? Normally, previous Royal Rumbles that I've watched in the past, there's a surprising guest that comes out. And they brought out La Parka. But I was like, this is not La Parka. This is like the Timu version. This is like La Pinche. Like it was. It didn't look like La Parka because he was too agile. The La Parka that I know has bad knees. You can tell. Yeah. So that's the only surprise. They had Iguana Man, which was I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. But it just felt like it was missing something exciting.
Totally.
And they didn't bring it at all.
I agree. So I think everything, like for the majority of the Rumble, it was okay. Like, the actual in-ring stuff, it was all okay. But the surprises were like not really surprises, right? Like, oh, okay, you brought out La Parka and you brought out Mr. Iguana, but like those are your guys. Like they're under AAA, so like they're under WWE. Like you didn't bring back like fucking the Honky Tonk Man or something, even though he. And I think part of that might just be that it's a Saudi Arabia show. Like it's one thing to like if you're having a show in Vegas. And you could just call up the Honky Tonk Man. Hey, dude, you want to tear it up for a weekend? And he'll be like, sure, or however the fuck he talks. So like, get him on, and he'll show up and he'll get his ass thrown out of the Rumble in like 30 seconds and get a paycheck and then go to a strip club or whatever. It'll be fun, but like. Now he has to go like halfway across the world to a place with no casinos and no strip clubs. Like, I'm not going there.
I don't blame him. But it could have made it interesting.
Yeah, I think part of the problem where there was no surprises might be the whole Saudi Arabia thing. Because like, look, did I want to see the Honky Tonk Man in the Rumble? No. Like, I'm just gonna keep bringing up the Honky Tonk Man because he's the only one that I remember that like is almost at every Rumble. Like after he retired, they just keep calling his ass up and he'll do it. But it's a lot of travel to get someone like out of retirement, quote unquote, to go in there and just take up a number and get thrown out in under a minute or whatever.
No Joe Hendry.
No Joe Hendry.
Dang it!
Even though he's also in their roster now.
Rotation.
Yeah, he signed with them now. I think.
I want to see that man become champion.
The big thing that kind of like made me go like, all right, this is a bad Rumble. It was the Final Four. Because the Final Four, the number 30 spot was Gunther. And I don't hate Gunther. I think he's good. But Gunther had already wrestled a match. Like when he came out, I was like, well, he's not winning. like let's be real here. He's not going to win this. And it was Roman, Gunther, Logan Paul, and was it Randy? I think Randy was the fourth.
Yeah, he was.
No Jey Uso?
He got thrown out like early.
Yeah.
That's the yeet guy, right?
He yeeted more than he wrestled in the Rumble. He yeeted more than he rumbled. For sure. Dude, there was a line of people like waiting to get into the Rumble behind his fucking yeets. Like they always play around with the clock a little. It's like every 60 seconds. It's like, 60 seconds ish. Nah, he yeeted for like 2 hours, and then they were like, "Oh right, we this is
wrestle.
barely number 17. Like,
Yeah.
We got to keep it moving. We got to keep it moving.
Not them playing the Grammy music. Like, wrap it up. We gotta go. We gotta go. Come on.
Yeah, but they yeeted his ass out pretty early. But yeah, like the final four, I didn't really like anyone as the winner in that lineup. And it's not that I don't like Randy. Well, I mean, I do fucking hate Logan Paul.
Yeah, I don't like that
guy. Roman and Gunther, fine. But like, do I want to see them win this match? No. Like, it doesn't feel like it's their moment. Like, they don't need the Rumble to show up at Mania. Right? Like,
they just show up.
Yeah, like Roman could just ask for a match at Mania in the storyline, and people would be like, "Yeah, fucking give it to him." Like, no one's gonna complain if Roman's like, "Fuck it." But since he doesn't have a championship belt, and they want to give him the belt, that's why he has to win it. Which, fine. But it also depends on who the champion is, and it's CM Punk and Drew McIntyre are the two champions. And it's looking like he's going to go against Punk. And look, I've never liked CM Punk. Like, CM Punk, his big push, or his big first run in the WWE, why he got popular and why he became a name, I wasn't watching. So I missed that entirely. My first introduction to Punk was watching him get his ass beat at the UFC in one of the worst fights ever to a guy that had no match. He lost to Glass Joe. So I was like, well, I don't want to watch this guy wrestle. I just saw him get his ass beaten the worst UFC fight ever. Even Dana White, who's sold me on shitty fights before, came out and was like, "Yeah, I'm not booking that guy again. He's probably."
Well, then, since it sucks so much, who would you guys wanted to have seen in the Royal Rumble? Because I don't the only names I know, of course, are Roman. I know Gunther. I know Jey Uso. I know fucking Undertaker.
He's not there no more.
He's not there no more.
Podcast with his wife.
What's the other guy's name? Cody Rhodes. If I had my choice, I would have been Cody Rhodes, because that's the only other name I know. Cody Rhodes, I would have wanted to see him in there. Jey Uso, isn't he young and up and coming?
Cody was in the Rumble, but the people weren't behind him. Yeah, Jay won last time, and the only reason I didn't like Jay winning was because I don't like the yeet shit. To me, he got this big push because of the yeets, and if I'm not into the yeets, then I'm not into him. It feels to me. So when he won, I was like, okay. I was still underwhelmed. I don't really hate Jey Uso himself, but to me that was an underwhelming winner because I'm not behind the entrance, and that it feels like that's all he's got.
Yeah.
Is Jey Uso's song that SNL Yeet song with Pete Davidson and Timothy Chalamet?
No.
That's not a dang. That's a missed
I was about to say, you got three losers.
I think it should be Joe Hendry and Cody Rhodes should be in the.
I think the people would have liked to have seen LA Knight at least in the final four.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't Roman could have won this thing if the final four was more interesting, and it would have gone over better for me. But as soon as it hit the final four, I was like, no, I don't want anyone here.
Yeah.
We could turn this off.
Yeah.
This is definitely a four-way that I'm not sexually interested in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and they gave me big meaty men bumping meat earlier. I saw Bork and Obafemi go to town on each other, and No, Braun didn't even make it in, dude.
No, he didn't. He got stumped out by some mysterious guy in black
By
outfit.
Triple H pretending to be fucking Seth Rollins.
Yeah. But I will say, going backwards. So who would I want to have won?
Yeah,
I would have wanted Trick Williams to win. I don't think that's bad. I definitely think that they need to push more young talent like AEW.
They do.
That's the reason why AEW is so much better when it comes to men's wrestling.
it's because they're pushing Logan Paul. That's the young talent they're pushing.
I guess so.
That's who I think they're pushing because I see so much of him and I hear so much about him. You know, in other circles that talk about wrestling, it's like, oh, Logan Paul, man, fuck that puto. Like,
When he came out, I was like, "Hey guys, it's famous con artist Logan Paul." It's they definitely do need to build up younger talent, especially because, and I know I'm in the minority that I didn't like the Bloodline, so I
Same.
fell out of WWE when the Bloodline was like the big thing. Because it's like, well, if I don't like the Bloodline storyline and it's main eventing every pay-per-view, why in the fuck am I going to keep watching?
Yeah.
That seems to be like the majority of what you're serving, and I keep sending it back and you just keep serving it. But now that Bloodline, I mean, the Bloodline members are still there, but that storyline's kind of done, right? They could always resurrect it some way, somehow, but it's pretty much done.
On a side note, real quick, I was reading something online because ever since going to the SmackDown thing, I've been just looking at wrestling things on my Twitter feed. But is it true that Logan Paul is banned from New Japan, or is that a lie?
He's banned from Japan.
He's banned from Japan, the country. He's banned from the whole country of Japan.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was New.
I know.
I know he's banned from Japan, but I was like, is he banned from New Japan, like the wrestling thing?
I would assume so.
They're...
If he's banned from the country, I'm assuming you can't participate in none of these shit.
Yeah, I mean, the majority, they do very few like international shows.
I wouldn't want them to Logan Paul to ruin New Japan anyways.
Yeah.
No, hell no. Like,
but no, yeah. Going back to what I was saying, is someone like me, a fan like me, that fell out because we were tired of the Bloodline stuff. They're not doing anything to win me back because I watched this Rumble and guess what? LOL, Roman wins again. Like, it's the same shit that got me out in the first place. So,
Agreed.
So, yeah.
No kidding. Well, it seems WWE could have used some help.
Absolutely.
So we will now transition to our next topic.
well, hold up. According to Google, Logan Paul is not officially banned from Japan, nor is he banned from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Okay. I wasn't 100%.
Close.
So, got to put the
maybe it was like a temporary ban.
Okay.
Well,
maybe
I don't think he was criminally charged like Johnny Somali was.
Yeah.
Johnny Somali was criminally charged, so he's banned because of that. Like, it was on top of whatever sentence he got.
Yeah, the black delegation gave him away.
Yep. Right. All right. So, Send Help, the movie.
Good movie.
So that movie came out this past weekend. Me and Paco saw it. What about you guys?
I saw it on the past Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got a chance to see it, and I told Paco this, and I think I threw it in the chat as well too. I said that normally specifically January movies, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Last year, if I remembered, they started out with Night Swim, and that was a bad movie. But then it ended the month with Companion, which was a great movie.
Yeah, that was great.
This time, except for Return to Silent Hill, which is some straight bullshit, they actually had 3 weeks of solid good films. You had, I think you had Bone, the Bone Marrow, excuse me, the Bone Temple. You had that.
Yeah.
You had this movie here, Send Help, and there's another movie that came out this month.
Iron Lung?
What was it?
Iron
Lung.
Not Iron Lung. It was another movie that came out not recently, but
Primate.
it came out in the beginning. Primate.
Monkey.
Just to see Monkey. Just to see Mojo Jojo beat the shit out of them Caucasian people.
It's
love
right.
every bit.
That monkey was Mojo Jojo Isekai, and he's like, nah, after all the Powerpuff Girls sent to me, I'm gonna take it out on these motherfuckers.
Look, as I mentioned before, he had the spirit of Gordo, Mojo Jojo, Bubbles. he and the fight just real quick, the fight at the end with the dad, it felt like something out of an action movie. Like they were beating the shit out of each other. They weren't even scratching each other. They were punching the fuck out of each other, you know? But one of the things
It's like
that
you ever see
JJ
that movie where Jackie Chan learns to fight by watching a cat?
exactly that.
This.
But a small point that JJ made on Primate, real quick. JJ said the one thing that this movie doesn't do well is create empathy for the characters. I think that's what you said, JJ.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Like you don't feel empathetic towards the characters. So I didn't give a fuck. Like when her best friend got mauled, I was like, okay, well, bitch, you should have never turned around. Why? Like, you want me to feel sorry for you? I'm not going to feel sorry. But Primate was great. But like I said, this month of movies has been pretty damn well. Now, getting to Send Help. Send Help was a great film. I gave it a solid, I think, 8.5, close to 9.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say is this movie does a good job of, in the beginning, making it clear cut of who is the good person, who's the bad person.
Yeah.
But as more the film starts to get close to the end, those lines start to blur, and you're just thinking, well, who am I supposed to cheer for? Who do I hate less
Yeah.
in this film? And so I don't know if we can spoil it. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. This movie's been out for a while, so if you ain't seen it, bitch, catch up. Okay, so so at the end, I was like, okay, I'm happy for it, but fuck them both. I don't really care about neither of them at this point because, yeah, they're both assholes. I mean, her actions were based off of his actions, or her reactions were based off of his actions, but there's one pivotal point in the movie you're just like, why? Why would you do that? But yeah, overall, this film was pretty goddamn solid, I would say.
Yeah.
I gave it a 9, and I agree with you because at the beginning of the movie, you feel more for Rachel McAdams' character.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, okay, all of these people are bad people except for her. She just has that. I will say she does do some really cringe shit at the beginning of the movie, and it's like, girl, stop. Like, but it's good. It's good. It makes sense. And then, you know, you get introduced to the main bad guy, and you're like, oh, fuck this dude. And yes, once you get to a certain point in the movie, it's kind of like, well, they're both now pieces of shit. Like, she's just doing to him what he was doing to her at this point. That's all it is now. She's got all the power at one point, and she's just like, well, this is what you get. And yeah, kind of at the end, you don't really care about him anymore, but I'm still glad that she came out on top. Yeah, like I'm still glad she came out on top. I think I would have liked the movie less if the guy would have had a good outcome.
No,
I really think I would have liked the movie less. He would have had a good outcome. To be totally honest,
that would probably make the movie better.
You think so? You think so?
It would be a perfect 10 if he got that shotgun and it jammed and they got into that fight and then he grabbed the shotgun again and just blew her goddamn head off. It would have been like cinema, absolute cinema. Okay,
really? You think so? Oh no.
Sometimes you just gotta say some movies don't need to have a good ending. They need to have a bad ending. The bad guy needs to win. This
No,
is a
he
perfect
does
movie
not.
for that.
He's been winning this whole time. He's been winning this
That's
whole
okay.
time. No,
Capitalism, baby.
No,
Oh,
fuck
his
capitalism.
last movie had the bad guy one.
Which one?
Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah,
That's Sam
Same
Raimi.
thing.
Yeah.
that's Sam Raimi. He directed it.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the actor.
I don't count the
No.
Multiverse of Madness. That one. That one's a Marvel movie. Of course, the good guy's going to win in that one. But the last one that he made by himself.
Nah, I wouldn't have liked it if he would have won. Nah, I wouldn't have liked it.
That is what I don't like about Drag Me to Hell. Is that like, but she loses. She didn't.
Yeah.
She did one thing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, she did one little thing wrong.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have liked it if he would have had a good outcome. Like, I wouldn't have liked it. I would have been like, man, fuck this movie, dude. Nah, I wouldn't have liked that. No, that's where we're gonna have to disagree on that one. Nah, fuck that.
Paco, like, man, this movie done sent feminism back years after this shit.
not even feminism. Just him being such an asshole and such a piece of shit at the beginning of the movie. Like that right there, man. Fuck this. Whatever happens to him, do not care. Do not give a fuck. You know what?
God.
As a matter of fact, do some real fucked up shit to him.
Yeah,
Make him eat
I
dirt.
think like score wise, I'm also at around like an 8 out of 10 with it. I did enjoy the movie. I did like it a lot. And there is definitely like some like traditional horror in this. I don't want to give it like away, and so I thought that was a nice touch.
I wasn't expecting it. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting it.
So I liked all of that, and likewise, I like the story as well. I feel like for some people, that is like their, like, oh man, if I was ever with my boss, like I would,
Yeah.
it is that like, that like, what is it like the hypothetical? Like, hey, what would you do if like? So now here's a movie that like encapsulates.
I mean, that's the Attitude Era in a nutshell.
Yes, 100%.
Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon.
but everything about it was good. The acting was great. The direction of this was great. I do think like the only real story flaws would be that I wanted them to not like each other for a bit longer in the movie. I felt like they got along a little too fast, and it's like I kind of wanted them to not like each other for either longer or just through the duration of the whole movie. This dude was such a piece of shit.
Yep.
He never wanted to cooperate, with Rachel McAdams' character, despite her, trying to keep the guy alive.
Yeah.
But I can understand that, well, where's the connection? Where's the no, you can still have that and the dude still be an asshole. I think there was ways they could have done that. And man, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but it is really hard to not talk about it. So I'm gonna be as vague as I can.
I say just spoil it.
No, I want to try to get away without spoiling it. But so there is a twist in the story, and I feel like the twist is gonna be make or break for a lot of people, because to an extent it is explained, but there's also another part of you that goes I don't know, man. I think something would have happened. Something would have revealed it. You name it.
I know what part you're talking about.
Yeah, and
yeah.
And again, there is it is explained to an extent of why it was a secret and why, the characters never found out. But I think that only goes so far. But even despite all of that, like, I did still enjoy it. I still thought it was great. But and yeah, I think I am like at that 8 out of 10 range. But yeah, as far as like a movie itself goes, it's great. The horror aspect of it is great, and you can 100% tell this is a Sam Raimi movie. It has
I was about
a
to
lot
say,
of the tropes, a lot of the it's all in there.
if you are not familiar with Sam Raimi horror, just know that you're in for a lot of fluids going places where they probably shouldn't go.
Yes,
just a lot of stuff. And also a lot of like kind of gleeful violence, like almost cartoonish in a way.
I didn't see the Impala.
Oh, the Evil Dead car.
Yeah, the Evil Dead. I didn't see
Maybe
it.
it was on the island, like in the
Somewhere in the background. I didn't see it.
The Impala was at the end when she's driving the bird. That's what it is. Can I wait real quick? Just two things. Did any of you find it cringe at the end when she looks at the camera and then looks back at the road? I thought that was fucking cringe to me. Did anybody find that cringe? Do you remember that at the end when she's driving?
Yeah, I remember it, but I don't know if I call it cringe.
cheesy maybe, but like
cheesy, yeah.
Cheesy,
more than
but
anything.
not cringe. Yeah,
cheesy
Okay.
more than anything. Not cringe, but
Fair.
cheesy.
Fair. And also, I'm just trying to figure out: did anybody get that damn tuna fish out that dresser? Like she left that tuna fish in there, and I'm like, did she just leave that shit in there? Did anybody just clean it out? I'm like, because that was like the smallest thing that I thought of at the end of the movie.
Did they say how long they were on the island?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't.
Guys, okay. Because my question is, how is that bird still alive?
True.
How is that bird still alive? Because it seems like they were on the island for weeks. For weeks, probably months.
That fucking bird got into the lima beans and got into the cookie jar.
Yeah,
That bird found any means necessary to feed itself. Why is my sugar all over the place?
Yeah,
my biggest
I don't think they ever
question.
give a specific time frame.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
My biggest question, the thing that made me like, all right, like fucking calm yourself down, Sam Raimi. Like, shit ain't real. Is me and Rachel McAdams totally watched completely different versions of Survivor. I think I saw all of season 1 of Survivor, and there's no way my ass is surviving. I look the same way she was.
Well, no, she didn't learn everything. She didn't learn everything from Survivor.
I know.
She wanted to be on Survivor, and I was because one of our volunteers at my job, she saw the movie. And she didn't like it that much. I was like, "What are you talking about? It's a great movie." And she's like, "How did she know how to do all this stuff?" I was like, "Did you watch the movie?" Like, as the camera's panning, like there is so much stuff of all these survival handbooks, all this survival stuff. They even tell her that she's like a number savant. Even if she's a number savant, she probably still has like a high level of knowledge. She could probably learn things easily. That's why all the survival stuff was so easy to her, came so easy to her.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't know, it was weird. I was like, whatever. I was like, you obviously didn't watch the same movie as I did. It was a good movie.
It's that, like, show don't tell type of filmmaking, and you're slowly starting to see that Netflix doesn't like adopt that because they know these motherfuckers are not paying attention to the
Hell
damn
no.
movie.
You know, one of my coworkers saw the movie, and I asked him about it. He said he thought he loved the movie, and I asked him, which I think I'm the only one out of all of us that's in this camp. I thought they were gonna fuck at one point.
I did somewhat like at least kiss. At least.
I thought
Yeah.
something, because there was a part of me that's like, that it was, of course, it's a basic trope where she's like, oh, she might actually want to bang this dude, like she might actually like kind of like this dude sexually.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they might actually fuck. And then that shit completely changed. They're like, oh
No.
no, this isn't that. This
He's
is
like,
not that at all. This is
I'm-
she does not want that at all with this dude.
He's like, I'm not attracted to women who make toilet wine. Why the fuck would I want to bang her? It's like, I'll pass. now
Toilet
those shine. But yeah, I thought that they were going to actually kiss at some point.
Yeah, I
but
thought so too.
I'm glad that they didn't add that. I just thought that was a good sentimental hallmark moment in the film.
Yeah, I feel like if they would have added that, I don't think the movie would have been as good. If they would have added that, I don't think it would have been as good. It would have been too what's it called, predictable and tropey. If they would have added that, and it would have made the movie way less score. Yeah.
Yep. I agree. All right. Good stuff. So we still have about like a couple of minutes left before we wrap things up. So we could probably talk about this. Paco, you had shared an article about a leaked PlayStation 6 controller.
Yes, that apparently it's in development. It's a buttonless controller. It looks like it's just two screens, and then the buttons will appear. And I guess the whole idea behind it is, it's going to change the way you play the game, depending. Okay, you only have these buttons, or you only have this. Yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah. Like it's like, I don't want that touchpad shit. No, thank you. Give me directional buttons and an X, triangle, circle, and a square. That's what I need.
I was never like the fastest at texting, but I am way slower now that the keyboard's a touchscreen than I was when I had the fucking Sidekick and was just like
it's kind of like was it Samsung has that feature on the keyboard where you can just scroll like this and type the word. I don't know how to use that. Everything just comes out like gibberish and jumbles. If they're going to try to do that with controllers, I'm not going to play games anymore because I'm not going to be able to figure it out. And I feel like it would break way too much. I feel like it would just like either the software in it or something would be like, oh, hey, my button's not showing up. Fuck, I got to restart the fucking game and reset it because whatever buttons are supposed to show up don't show up.
I can imagine the firmware updates on that fucking controller being atrocious. Like,
yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, I'm struggling with the PS5 controller. It's just like now you get this, and the firmware updates is less large and large and large. It's like, why am I doing this at this point? Why am I messing with this controller? It just seems very high advanced or very high tech, but in actuality, nobody wants this bullshit at the end of the day.
Fucking play anime feet games on Roblox. Like, why do I need this fucking Buck Rogers in the 25th century fucking controller?
The one thing I will say that like might be cool, and this is probably like the only defense of it, because I'm with you guys that I don't like the buttonless controller, but it's that if that interface is customizable, then different games could put their button layout different on the controller so that it is more comfortable depending on the game you're playing. So let's say you're playing something like Street Fighter or Tekken, maybe the interface can swap so that it's like an arcade controller where you have the 3 buttons on top, 3 buttons on the bottom.
Yeah, I think that's the idea behind it.
Like,
I see the usefulness and the application for it. But I still want my physical buttons. I have a fucking clack keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I still can't even you know how so in some games, like for example, like Zelda, where you have to move the controller to like control things. I still can't do that. If they do fucking digital screens, I'm fucked.
Oh, they did an entire Star Fox game like that, dude.
Oh, Star Fox
kept
Zero
crashing the plane.
Man.
Like,
yeah, I did.
I need them to do like a Switch port of that, but without the motion controls.
Without the motion control.
The standard.
No.
Yeah, no, I was like,
I don't think that's happening.
I didn't believe people when they were all complaining about like how bad the controls are, and that's why it was getting such shitty reviews. And then I played it, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this is really, really hard to control." Like, my dumb monkey brain can't unlearn. Like, no, not controller, not button, move.
I understood the logic like behind it. The idea was that you could fly and like shoot in like a different like direction, so you can avoid the bad guy while still like shooting at him. But it didn't work that well. It was uncomfortable to play. So
it was uncomfortable to play, and then the other thing is that I don't think Nintendo took into account the fact that I'm poor.
yeah.
So like I don't have very comfortable chairs because the cheap ones are not always the most comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then even then, if I'm like sitting and playing video games for a long time, you know, being in the same position might get uncomfortable. So I might, you know, move like this or like lie back. And doing all that shit fucks with the controller, like fucks with the plane on the screen.
Yeah.
So I got a question then. Since none of us like this controller, I guess what innovations would you like to see? Like, it's like, okay, well, this really isn't that good of an idea right now, because I don't even think the tech right now is really viable enough to do that without too many fuck ups or distractions. So what kind of innovation would you like to see, no matter the console, just in gaming in general, I guess?
Something I think is because I don't completely hate the
idea of it,
controller, the idea of it. I think I don't like that it's locked in, right? Like from what we know of it now, it's locked in, 0 buttons. I would like for it to come with buttons and do something like my stupid fancy ass mouse. So I have this gaming mouse. I forgot the name of it. I think it's like the Naga 5 or 3 or something. But it's from Razer. And I got this mouse because at the time I worked at Blizzard, and people at Blizzard kept asking me to help them with World of Warcraft. Like it was my fucking job or something.
Yeah.
It was. Because it literally was. I was customer support. So I had to play World of Warcraft, but like I was never good at it. I'm not used to like reaching up to the numbers on the number row. I always use the number pad like a fucking calculator. But the cool thing about this mouse is that like right now I have like the back buttons plugged in, but you can take those off and you can put in something like this that has a bunch of buttons. There. And now, like, when I'm playing World of Warcraft, if I want to use my abilities, I can just use the numbers here, the buttons here. So,
okay.
I think that, like, for some games, like, maybe the touchpad buttons would be better or might work better. So maybe having something where you could swap it out from regular buttons to touchpad buttons. Or have a smaller touchpad, like somewhere where those buttons are available. But, yeah, I don't want to have to look down at my controller to see where the fucking X button is.
Yeah.
like my thumbs know where the X button is, but if you take away the actual physical button, I don't know if I'm pressing it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, what do you
Honestly, in
think?
my opinion, I don't know. I couldn't really answer that because like I'm still so used to just the buttons itself.
Mhm.
But thinking outside of that box, I honestly do not know. Like I couldn't tell you. Like what would be my idea of a good controller? I
It doesn't
like
have to
my
be
PS5
controllers.
controller.
It doesn't have to be
Oh,
controllers. I'm talking about just
okay.
gaming in general. What's something that you would like to see that, like, we need to do more with this or more with that, and just gaming in general.
I got another
Not-
thing for the
yeah.
controller. Shape it like tits. So that
A little bit of nipple play.
yeah.
So I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna put you in the box of man. If I had one thing to do with this controller, is play hentai on them damn touchpad screens. Be that guy. Console wise, I don't know. I think eventually down the line, if this Steam machine takes off and is very successful, I think that consoles, I think in generally gaming wise, is going to change quite a bit. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. Wouldn't know how to answer that question, to be honest.
Okay, fair. Juan?
Well, for starters, it's like I don't know if it's impossible to do it at this point, but ideally, joysticks that stop drifting, that would be cool. If they could ever figure out the technology, to improve that, I would very, very greatly appreciate that. But I don't know, man. As far as like upgrades itself to the controllers, I feel like we've already like hit a point of where I feel like there's not too much more left they can do to like upgrade it. The only thing would be is I know some of those elite professional controllers have swappable like buttons, sticks, triggers, you name it. So I would say maybe if they could make like the default, like the one that comes with the console, if they could make those like customizable to an extent, that way you don't have to break the bank to get
A third party.
one of those elite controllers.
Yeah, because those elite ones cost like almost as much as Grand Theft Auto 6 at this point, don't they?
Yeah. So like some even more.
$200. You could buy 2 copies.
Yeah. And funny enough, one of the common like upgrades I see that you can do with those like customizable controllers is that it lets you swap where like the stick goes and where the D-pad goes. And I think it's for people that like played on Xbox and then switched to PlayStation. They're used to having the diagonal like control stick. So now with this one you can swap it. So it's a PlayStation controller, but you can have your thumbstick up at the top in the diagonal like an Xbox controller if you prefer that. So I think like in that like something like that in that aspect, I think that would be neat. I know they technically already exist, but they're fucking expensive.
Yeah. So just something to make that more affordable.
I think so. And better control sticks.
No. Okay, I agree.
And shape them like tits.
And shape them like tits.
I would never let go of my control. Never let go of it.
Exactly. And on that note, we will wrap things up here. So you alphas, let us know in those comments what your thought about the Royal Rumble and the movie Send Help, and let us know what you would like to see in future gaming controllers. Let us know in those comments, and likewise, if you ask it fast enough, we can read your question in the 100 subscriber special. So, want to give a thanks to... Huh?
I'm going to be anonymous and put in the comments, can you expand more on the titties part?
Do it.
You see, it's like this mouse pad I have here.
Really helps with my carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
And I want to give a special thanks to Jordan. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
This is how we kick off celebrating Black History Month.
Yes, exactly.
Do me a favor and watch Malcolm X, and then right afterwards, watch Players Club.
You got it.
That's what he
Get
would
the
have
Negro
wanted.
trifecta. Yeah.
That's what he would have wanted.
All
I
right.
have seen the Players Club a lot, like a lot.
All right. Well, you good. Two more.
Two more.
You just need to finish with our friend Martin in the Europe. You're good.
All right. All right. And on that note, we will wrap things up here. So until then, we'll catch you alphas on the next one. Peace.